Good day to you, one and all. It's all gothic and dark in here. I've just got off a plane. I'm in Ocean City, just about to do, I don't know, I'll do a festival tomorrow, but I just walked in. It's been an 18-hour journey or something, but I couldn't allow today's news to pass without commenting on it. So today we're talking about The Cure and their new single, Alone, taken from their forthcoming album, Songs of a Lost World. I'm excited about this. It's their first, I think it's their first release for a really long time. But I'll just do the theme tune and then we can talk about it. Justin Hawkins writes again. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Bodes well for tomorrow's music concert. Anyway, the last time The Cure released an album was in 2008. God, what was I doing in 2008? Well, I wasn't listening to The Cure. Well, not new music anyway. And The Cure released their 13th album, 413 Dream, and the fans waited for 16 years. It's a long time. But earlier this month, on the wall of the Railway Inn pub in Sussex, where the band first performed in 1978, a poster appeared confirming the arrival of a long-anticipated 14th album, Songs of a Lost World, with its release set for November. I always think that 10 albums is the sign of longevity. That's like, you know, those are the legendary bands, but 14, it's amazing. Anyway, Alone is the first single taken from it, and Robert Smith credits it as the track that unlocked the record after a series of false starts. Since its release on Thursday, it's been called both a gothic triumph, I love those, and a 6-minute sludge of icily frozen depression. Those two descriptions both apply to a lot of my favourite goth. Anyway, more nuanced critics have pointed out that much of The Cure's previous work exists on a scale between two extremes. Writing in The Guardian, a journalist that I actually do respect quite highly, Alexis Petridis, explains how at one end lurk the albums on which Robert Smith offers free rein on to his natural facility for pop songwriting, and the other are pitch-black explorations of existential despair on which songs sprawl lengthily and radio-friendly melodies are in short supply. Anyway, after a 16-year wait, the fans have been shedding happy tears. Writing on YouTube, Claudia Bikoroglu 4729. There's another 4,728 of those. Why am I crying? I haven't heard from a good friend in a long time. Tears of joy. And on X, Rose explained how she was affected. Listening to The Cure's new single, and Robert Smith hasn't even started singing yet, and I'm already sobbing. That's beautiful, isn't it? Alone is almost 7 minutes long. The first half is instrumental, so if I skip bits, you'll find the link to the full song in the description. Here's the song. I'm going for it. They're advertising 100 grams of meat there. No, that's not what I mean. I love the pastoral soundscape of this. You know, the thing about The Cure is I've always wanted to love them. I loved them at the beginning. I loved them throughout my teen years. And then I think I heard Robert Smith saying some disparaging remarks about the flamboyance and, you know, just doesn't like Queen, I suppose. And I sort of took that as a personal slight. And he may have said something bad about the darkness. And I may have indeed heckled him once at the Ivor Novello Awards or some other award ceremony where I was very, very, very drunk, and those days are long behind me, as we all know. And I think I called him a useless head cock. But that's only because it hurt me so much. I mean, I think some of the way I enunciate when I sing, like the Englishness of the pronunciations and stuff, that's definitely inspired by Robert Smith. He's one of my favourite singers, funnily enough. And I only heckled him because I was hurt that he didn't like my music. I'm grown up enough to accept that that's okay. It's okay to dislike my work. It's not necessary for me to heckle everybody that doesn't like what I do. I haven't got my guitar here. there's a really nasty guitar in there amidst all the pastoral stuff. You hear it scratching at the beginning and the end. It's kind of, it's edgy, but it's sort of atmospheric at the same time. It's very difficult to, you know, have a composition that has both of those things, or both of those elements to it. I think I've got the hang of the beat now. So. It's something about those repeat snare things that make an iconic beat. You know, if it was just, it would be far less inspiring, but it's. You know, I think I've said this a lot of times about the things that I cover. I always appreciate it when there's no effort being made for this to be a radio single. I think there's something so soul-destroying as an artiste when you're sort of chasing, you know, it's soul-destroying in the sense that you're sort of chasing radio playlists, knowing full well that you don't like any of the other music on the playlist, so why would you want to be there in the first place? Why would you compromise your art to make it sound like the other stuff that's on the radio? And The Cure are not doing that on this. This is them being The Cure. It's great. Oh God, his voice is awesome. It's just what you want to hear. Song that we sing. He's got every song. He's got like a little fast vibrato in there. I always say this, like when vocalists become like older, you find the vibrato rate slowing down quite a lot. But that's fast and young sounding, and whatever he's been doing for the last 16 years, it works. It's great, isn't it? There's a tightness in his vocal. So on some of their work, it's kind of like really breathy and it's sort of semi-spoken almost, and there's so much affectation in what he's doing that it's kind of like instantly recognisable. But this is actually a bit of what I lovingly refer to as singing. You know, it's more kind of, you can hear something in the timbre of his voice that's actually a little bit Jeff Buckley. I mean, I know he's not exploring the same kind of ranges that Jeff Buckley would have done, but he's kind of, I don't know, he's not just emoting, he's properly singing. Dream world is nothing but a dream. I'm going to try and refer to these lyrics. This is the end of every song that we sing. The fire burned out to ash, and the stars grown dim with tears. Cold and afraid, the ghosts of what we've been, we toast with bitter dregs to our emptiness. Well, we've all been there, you know. And the birds falling out of our skies, and the words falling out of our minds, and here is to love, to all the love falling out of our lives. Hopes and dreams are gone, the end of every song. And it all stops. We were always sure that we would never change, and it all stops. And we were always sure that we would stay the same, but it all stops when we close our eyes to sleep, to dream a boy and girl who dream the world is nothing but a dream. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it seems to be an incredibly morose exploration of mortality. Wow. It's just so powerful, isn't it? It's funny because I'm actually relieved that it's like this, because there's no need for me to have a guitar for this, because it isn't about the guitar parts, it isn't about the chord sequences, it's about the, you know, the fabric of this song is the atmosphere of it and the lyric. And just hearing his voice, you know, when I was reading those comments earlier about people who were crying before the voice even started, it's because they kind of knew this is going to be awesome. The Cure don't wait 16 years and then just do a pop song. That wasn't going to happen. It's really beautiful. This is the end of every song. just so blown away by how good his voice sounds. It's really vintage Robert Smith. Wow. Well, I say, it's delicious. It really is. Apparently this album is going to be incredibly dark because Robert Smith's brother and parents died. So a lot of the material in this record is going to be about loss. The band's keyboard player has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer, so they've been going through it, and it's not very uplifting. But I think I don't know, there's two ways to approach music in situations like that. You can either sort of make deliberately uplifting sounding music that will just cheer everybody up and put a brave face on it, and we're all in the trenches together, or you can just sit with the pain and have something that's pastoral and explores that emotion. And that's what The Cure have done there. It's really fucking... I can see myself listening to that on the regular, and I'm excited to hear the rest of the album. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. There's a link to the whole song because there's so much of it that it's difficult for me to actually play and analyse. They're doing something that nobody else can do. It's this sort of pastoral, edgy, super dark. It's poetry, and his voice sounds fucking awesome. So congratulations. Enjoy The Cure. Justin Hawkins writes again. I was going to do this song with a load of makeup and hair up, but too tired. Right, nice one. Oh, by the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and watch one of these two videos. Alright.